What's up, guys? It's your girl C, and I'm back with another video. Today we are switching it up a little different because you guys requested a get to know me, C, video. So I got some questions that you guys sent in, and I am just going to answer just a few. I think we have about 12 questions. So I'm just going to answer those, and if you guys like this video, of course give it a thumbs up. If you want to get to know me part 2 with different questions, drop those down in the comments. And if you want to get to know Troy, drop those down in the comments too. He could do a one-on-one with you guys. So before we get started, of course you know what I'm about to tell you. Like, comment, and subscribe. And hit the bell notification to get notified every single time that us post another video, okay? So without further ado, am I leaving anything out? No, but shout out to you guys who sent the questions in, and without further ado now, let's get into it. Troy's gonna read the questions and I'm gonna answer them, okay? Ready?
You ready?
Yes.
All right, so what's your real name?
My real name is Cynthia. Yes. But people who know me and love me refer to me as C. Don't be calling me C, y'all. I love y'all and all, but y'all don't be like, commenting, subscribing like I asked. So when y'all start doing that, then y'all can refer to me as C. It's Cynthia to you.
And how old are you?
How old do y'all think I am? Like, comment. I know you're probably gonna hear me and then I ask this question, but how old did you think I was before I told you how old I was? Okay? But I am 31 years old. Could you believe it? I know. I look 21. But yes, I'm 31 years old, guys. So that means I'm a 90s baby, which we have the best music, the best everything, the best movies, the best swag. Just, if you're a 90s baby, you know what's up.
And do you have siblings?
Yes, I do. I have 3 siblings. They are all girls, so it's 4 of us, including me. Yes, I have 2 older ones and then 1 younger one. So shout out to my siblings.
Do you have any children?
Yes, I do. I have one cool, crazy, funny 3-year-old who, by the way, also has a YouTube channel. So I'm gonna put that right here. And you guys make sure to subscribe and like all his videos. The name of the channel is Cool Kid Mace. But yes, 1 child.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Ooh, that's a good one. Guys, I didn't read these questions before, so I'm hearing them with you for the first time. So this is not planned. Where do I see myself in 5 years? I see myself in full-fledged, like, entrepreneur, businesswoman, like a bag to my right, a bag to my left, a bag at my feet, a bag behind me. Like, I see myself just living the life that I see myself living like this and doing videos from here every day. That's where I see myself in 5 years. But let me stop playing. Realistically, I see my channel being as big as I want it to be. I see my social media being as big as I want it to be. I see me getting into different things, like being more like of an influencer, model kind of thing going on. For sure, definitely living better as far as like where I live, like moving and, you know, just taking more trips and so many things. I see so many things for myself in 5 years, but that's just the basics.
Biggest regret in your life?
Ooh, y'all getting very deep, all up in it. Okay, I have some regrets in my life, not just one, but to name the biggest one, I'm gonna say the biggest regret in my life is not doing this sooner. And I know it sounds cliche, like, oh, she's just giving the YouTube answers. No, seriously, like, it doesn't even have to be YouTube. I just regret not taking, like, I don't know, all my life, not to sound conceited, it's always like, oh, you're so pretty and you're this and you're that and you have a nice walk or you have a nice body and all of that stuff. And I regret that I just took that as just compliments, like, oh, thank you, smiled it off. And I feel like I should have taken that and make me money. So like how I am now at 31 on a YouTube platform, I wish I was like 19 on a YouTube platform. So I regret not, and these things were presented to me or the idea had come up and I always just brushed it off. So I regret that now. I didn't do it a long time ago where I would have been much further now. I would have been like super lit, but it's fine because I'm coming 31 and all.
What's some advice you'll give to your younger self?
Okay, so that's kind of easy, and that's a very good question. That would be kind of along the lines of my last question. The advice that I would give to my younger self was just go after whatever you feel you want to do. Like, you have room, especially if you're like 19, 20, 21. You have room for trial and error. I didn't have any kid then. I was just like in school, you know, bullshitting around pretty much. And then school's not really like my thing. Like, I went to school, don't get it twisted. I got like a high school diploma. I went to college. I went to beauty school. Like, and I've completed everything, but it's just not my thing. Like, I always like entrepreneurship or whatever the case is. So to my younger self, I would say, like, don't even waste your time. Not knocking everybody. School is a great thing and I'm always going to push that. But the ultimate bag to me is entrepreneurship. I feel like I should have just, out of high school, I should have gotten that, secured that diploma like I did, and went straight into like, whether it be beauty, whether it be YouTube, whether it be just some type of like business move. And the other thing that I would definitely like to tell my younger self, that I still need to tell my older self, is don't care about what people think. Like, and I mean nobody, like not your, I mean to an extent, so sorry mom and dad, but not your mom and dad, not your sisters. Like, if whatever you want to do, just go and do it, because you have to be happy with you. I kept myself very like in a box and reserved, because it's like, oh, what if this person sees this, or what if this person sees that? What are they gonna think? They're gonna think I'm doing too much. They're gonna be like, oh, she's following this person, she's not herself. That stunted so much of where I could have been, because I was so focused about like what particularly my family, I'm not even gonna front, particularly what my family would have thought of me. And I'm not saying I was about to be like, oh, you know, nothing. I'm just saying, like, say I want to like post like sexy photographs on my IG in a certain way or whatever. I was afraid like, oh, you're doing too much, or you're showing too much, or this and that. And now I didn't do that, and it's like, but that's what's popping right now, and that's how you get into your bag. So don't care about nobody think. Do what's best for you. Do what makes you happy. You are young, you are beautiful. Like, just go get it, because none of these people who got an opinion gonna bring it to you. So that's what I would tell my younger self. I know that was loaded, but I had to get it off my chest too. Go ahead.
Where were you born?
Brooklyn. I am a Brooklyn baby and proud of it. I was born and raised in Brooklyn. I have lived in Brooklyn for like 29 years, guys. I recently left Brooklyn, so I am a Brooklyn baby, and I am proud to be one, because it's the swaggiest place around. Argue with me if you want to in the comments.
And how tall are you?
I am, okay, first of all, this is a debate right now, because I was told that I was 5'6" by the doctors. Like, when you go to the doctor, you do your height, weight, and all of that. They told me I was 5'6.5", but recently while I was at work, my students was like checking their height and stuff. So I was like, let me check my height, and it says that I'm 5'7". Like, guys, I was blown away. I went all my life, well, since I became 5'6.5", I went that whole time, which is years, thinking I'm 5'6.5". So let's say 5'6.5", 7.
And what's your favorite alcohol drink?
Whew. Now, I don't love alcohol, or maybe not as much as I did when I first started drinking. I'm gonna say like anything fruity. It has to not taste like alcohol. So I hate shots. Like, you guys don't want to see me take a shot. I hate shots. I make the ugliest faces. My chest burning, stomach hurting, like everything is wrong when I take a shot. So I have to say anything fruity, definitely anything frozen. I love like a frozen margarita, a frozen anything. Like, it can be strong, but if it's frozen, it's like it tricks my mind to thinking like it's something else. So good. I had the best coconut margarita in my life, and I think from that moment, like, I've just been hooked on like frozen drinks. So fruity, frozen, and anything with the vibe. To be honest, it's more of a vibe than it is the drink. Like, if I'm out at a bar or wherever you drink at, I could drink the things I wouldn't drink. But you know how sometimes you want to catch a vibe at home? It's just not giving what it needs to give at home. So just frozen fruity. How much do I weigh? I weigh 142 healthy pounds. And I am excited to say this because there was a point where I was like, what was I, Trey? Like 130, like, right?
127.
Like between 127 and maybe, very much a maybe 130. But I was like stuck at 127. I could eat and do whatever, and I stayed that weight. And even when I was pregnant with my son, I went up to 130. That's it for my whole pregnancy. I didn't even put on like how you can get a little rump in the back, and I wasn't looking like that. I was looking like pancake in the back and like a stomach. So after I dropped the baby, I went right back down to my 127. So it was always a struggle for me to put on weight for whatever reason. Like, I'm not sick or anything, or I don't not eat, but I just couldn't put on the weight. And then every time I would go by my mom, she always got, yes, mommy, every time I would go by my mom, she always got something to say, like, you so skinny, you need to eat, you're not eating, oh my God, you're so unhappy, you're probably stressed out, what's wrong with you, and this and that, and all this stuff. And I'm just like, no, I eat, and I'm like, fine. Like, I'm not like home sitting in the dark like crying, like, I'm okay. So that used to get on my nerves. Oh my God, I used to want to fight with her, like, could you leave me alone? So anyway, I say all of that to say that I am very proud of the new, like, my goal was from 127, I wanted to get to 135 at the least, and I surpassed that and made it to 142, and it's 142 healthy weight, right? So this is what I look like right now, guys, right? Doesn't that look like a good 142 healthy pounds, guys? I have meat on my legs, flat stomach. So yes, I am feeling myself, and I should toot my own horn because it took a lot of eating, but not intentional eating. It was, to be honest, I'm gonna blame it on the pandemic. Being stuck in the house with a man who can cook and wants to cook all the time, home cook, rice, dumpling, curry chicken, goat, oxtail, like everything under the sun. I did not ever say no to food. So I ate all pandemic long. I snacked all pandemic long. And it shows, and I'm happy. So thanks for whoever asked that so that I could show y'all. Next question.
If you ruled the world, what would you change about it?
Who sent that? That's a good question. If I
And that
ruled,
was the last.
that's the last question?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the last question, guys, and it's a really good one. I'm happy that's the last question. If I ruled the world, and what would I change about it?
Yeah.
So many things. So many things. I would definitely change, like, I would definitely want there to be no sickness, like no terminal sickness. Like, we could take the cold and the flu and those things, but nothing like, I would eliminate cancer if I had the power. I would eliminate, like, people having heart attacks and strokes and all these things that you experience at, mostly at an older age. I would definitely eliminate that. Also, I I would bring in like peace. Like seriously, I know this sounds like a miscongeniality answer, but world peace. Like all this crime and violence and knocking old ladies over and robbing people, like it's so like unnecessary. Like it's just unnecessary. I hate it. I hate this like new world that we're living in after the pandemic. Like it's awful, and I would definitely bring in world peace, end hunger, end poverty. Like like, can y'all vote for me for president? Like that minimum wage, like who does that? Like how do they pay people this amount and expect them to survive off of that? Like we don't deserve that. Like it's awful. Like I would change everything about the world if that answers the question. I would literally, I know it would take me forever, but I would go one by one. Poverty, next, this, next, that, and go down the list, and I would change the entire world and just make it what I think is a better place. And if though, crime still comes and whatever, so certain things are inevitable, but I would change everything about the world. Like we would not be, and I mean all of us, me included, be struggling the way we do in this world, like, or be so fearful to walk the street. You can't even wear your good stuff no more because it's like, damn, if I wear this bag, it's crazy. So I would end all that crap and make it a better place. So vote for me, President 2024. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my All About Me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell notification to get notified every single time I post another video. And if you want more like this, comment down below and we could go for a part 2. Bye.